Hi everybody, this is Dr. Amir Eljanate, a lecturer and professional structural engineer. Today I would like to speak about an iconic building design idea. This building is designed by the talented Sudanese architect, Talat Dahab. The building is the Sudanese embassy in Doha, Qatar. Speaking to architect Talat Dahab, he said that the design idea of the building of the Sudanese embassy in Qatar mainly relied on introducing the civilized, cultural and architectural identity of Sudan through the only building that should represent the Republic of Sudan in any country of the world. Architect Talat Dahab continued that the Nubian architecture was confined to the north, and it spreads globally as a unique architecture of Upper Egypt. However, coming to the truth, it is originally a Sudanese architecture with all its features such as Nubian domes, inclined entrances, conical walls, Nubian inscriptions, ventilation openings, terraces, family gathering yard and home nave. So, in this particular building, the general architectural design aspects are considered to present and reflected the features of the religious, social and cultural heritage of Sudan throughout part of its ancient history, starting from the Nubian Christian civilization, till the influence of the Islamic stream. Architect Talat Dahab explained that, looking to the design, the shape of the semi-pyramid block together with the entrances of the embassy and the ambassador's house, are initially inspired by the shape and entrances of the pyramids of the Bagrawiya at northern Sudan. And the arches in the design are inspired by the shape of domes. So, the arches are expressing the domes of the early Quran memorization centers, Qaloy al-Quran, and the ensuing Islamic extension. This merge between the two civilizations is the base of the principal idea. The second part of the idea is to adapt the aforesaid idea into an innovative design and produce a complete image of the current Sudan. The design is also considered to be an attempt to present the real Sudanese identity with all its beliefs. So, the building is a visual message presenting what the recent writers, researchers and speakers are trying to identify in researches, messages, local and global conferences, as an attempt to interpret the identity catastrophe in Sudan. Architect Talat Dahab continued that the embassy building has been treated as one formative unit for several reasons, the most important of which is to give the scale and strong expression necessary for such buildings. Instead of creating a group of small, dispersed buildings, the small spaces which are found between the buildings are designed to be integrated spaces that give a structural aspect characterized by strength and rigidity and reflect the prestige of the embassy. The design has also incorporated the requirements of security and safety, together with the establishment of an excellent correlation between the different sections of the complex. Nevertheless, grouping services and entrances has helped to reduce construction cost. And about the built-up area, architect Talat Dahab continued that the Embassy of the Republic of Sudan is constructed on a plot of 5,132 square meters in the diplomatic area, Onaiza 66. The plot is a corner, so it overlooks two main streets. The design here is based on three main elements: the accurate distribution of the external traffic paths on the area of the site, as well as the corridors of visitors within the blocks comprising the embassy. Achieving security and safety elements and requirements as a ruling element in such projects. Creating an architectural character that expresses Sudanese culture in a contemporary context, taking into consideration its adaptation to the environment of the state of Qatar. Architect Talat Dahab also said, as for the considerations of the distribution of traffic paths, corridors, and building blocks on the general site plan, the units are distributed according to the degree of their speciality, whereas the western side of the plot is allocated for the main building that includes both the embassy and the consulate. The western side is selected, and thus there will be two views to two main perpendicular streets, so people passing in the main street can see the beauty of the Nubian architecture that expresses the identity of the Sudanese heritage through the architectural form of the building. Also, privacy and security are provided for the back area where there are staff entrances and parking lots. As for the building, the southern side of the building has been designated as the embassy, while the consulate has been placed in the western side with properly identified public areas, so that the public does not have access to the employees' offices except in the designated areas. As for the architectural personality of the building, it is taken into consideration that it expresses the Sudanese civilization in a contemporary context compatible with the environment of the state of Qatar. Talat Dahab continued, among the basic design concepts also is the flexibility and vitality of operating, whereas the nature of use and activities in the embassy in general, and the consulate in particular, has two different rhythms that must be understood in terms of space. The first rhythm, a daily routine that represents the formal work and regular services that the consulate's offering to the public who is hesitant to it. The second rhythm, seasonal, ceremonial and has a link with national and patriotic occasions where, the embassy is transforming from an official place to festive place and large house to receive citizens and provide services. The possibility of shifting from the formal rhythm to a ceremonial one is maintained by linking the first and second rhythms by granting the ability to separate and/or merge the halls with each other. As for the interior design, architect Dahub said, it is taken into consideration that the design of the internal building reflects the Sudanese architectural thought and heritage, as the idea is based on the design of a middle courtyard with 2 floors height, and overlooking the office spaces and reception halls, as well as the vertical and horizontal internal corridors in the embassy building. Finally, we would like to thank architect Talat Dahub for his valuable time, and wishes the good luck in his future. Until we meet in another report about another iconic building, we wish you good times. Dr. Amir El Junaid.